Hello everyone, I'm Marby. Welcome to my video discussing, recapping and reviewing Love Island. Okay, some moves being made coming up and the changed man. However, we'll get back to this in more detail as now to the start of the episode, where it's morning time with the squinty eyes and the sunglasses. At the main villa, Kieran gets the gossip on who kissed who, and Will and Trey basically admit this. Trey said he had a better connection with the new girl basically, and Will says it is what it is and he's not in a relationship. Trey tells the blonde girl he's not stressed and that he's not thinking about Jess. But honestly, where's the names on the screens? Because it's getting confusing. Meanwhile, at Casa Amor, Uma misses Will as her and Mimi and Nicole slept outside, and Jess feels her connection is passionate with Hugo, that he's her type. Also, Blade is offering to rub some sun cream on Grace, but then asks her to put some on him, and Moziah's watching on unimpressed. Hugo is flirting with Jess, and she loves it, and they love the eye contact. Jess said Trey can't be upset as it was just 2 days with him, and there's more smooching with her and Hugo. So then, on to Grace and Moziah's chat. He calls her beautiful, and he's laying it on thick, and she says she likes him and Blade, and she's interested in them both. At the main villa, Diamante and Sean chat. He said he's not cutting Ruby off, but he likes Diamante more basically. Well, Sean never ceases to amaze. So he feels that he may need to make some bed swaps to be with her, and basically meaning that he'll change from Ruby to her. And Diamante said Sean surprises her. Well, Diamante, he's surprised us all. He said it's only been a week with Matilda, and she lays it on thick. Will is with Lucy. He said he's not closed off, and they're heavily flirting. Elsewhere, Diamante tells the girls that she likes Sean, as does Ruby. She tells Ruby of the bed swap conversation, and Ruby feels mugged off. Meanwhile, Ayo is loving his time with Jessica. He looks content, and she's acting like she loves him, and she said she'd actually fall in love with him. But again, is this with him or the outside deals from the ticket he offers to get her in the villa? And Will is moving smoothly with him and Lucy. He feels it's going well. Joey said it's a big night and then tells the boys it's time to move mad. Sean said he's waited a long time for a girl, and Ruby and Diamante are now in the mix. And Ayo said to not overthink it, whereas Konner is sitting like a statue. I mean, come on, man. I thought he went missing, and I was actually concerned for his well-being. Diamante pulls Sean for a chat. He tells her right now she's his priority, and if you notice, he's saying right now. But anyway, she loves this, and then Ruby pulls him. It's getting catty, and I like it a lot. It's Sean's time to shine. Ruby then says she's enjoying getting to know him, and she doesn't want a triangle, and he said he won't leave her in the dark, and she basically said she even dressed up for him, and she said it was a big move coming to interrupt the chat. Then elsewhere, Diamante said to the group that she's a happy girl. And at Casa Amor, Uma and Mimi basically admit to falling for their guys. But as if we didn't know this. But for real, what does Mimi see in him? Anyway, Moziah is laying it on thick with Grace, and in the middle, Blade cuts in and Grace literally runs off with him. Moziah is plied off, and you could feel the awkwardness through the screen, and he even calls it savage. He's not wrong. Grace and Blade chat. He's also laying it on thick, and she says she's getting to know both of them and she's not made any decisions yet. Blade is like, I'm going to get in the villa by any means necessary, and he wants to know what's in her head, and he's oozing desperation. Is he taking tips from Jess or something? Anyway, Grace tells the girls that she was feeling Blade, but now maybe Moziah, and she's confused. Jessie said she needs a kiss with him, and Blade and Moziah chat, and Moziah's annoyed. He said, out of respect, morals, and values, you can't interrupt a conversation, and do you think it's the right thing to do? And Blade says, Moziah could have been there for hours, and am I meant to wait all night? Moziah said he would never do this to him. Then, midway, Grace calls Moziah for a chat, and she didn't like it that their chats are always interrupted. And when asked, Moziah said he didn't get an apology from Blade, and she said that she's kissed Blade, and now she wants to kiss him to make her decision. And he takes her to the bedroom. Blade watches on. He calls it mad. Well, wasn't his move mad? But anyway, Grace and Moziah kiss, and he loved it. He said it meant everything. And Grace tells the girls it was a 10-10, way better than Blade. And Blade deserves this, also for being rude about Joey. So go Moziah. In the main villa, Konner talks, and I was really unsure of what was going on. I genuinely thought that he was on a vow of silence. But yeah, he's with Emma, and he said he's got his kick up his backside, and they confirm that they're going to share a bed. But he's really bland, and it looks like there's no chemistry. Anyway, Will takes Lucy to the Hideaway. Have they no respect, him or Ayo? And he feels a connection. He said that, would she like to be a couple with him? And she said she'd love that. And he said it's nice to know. And then they smooch, the usual old thing. But Wilbo, are you all right? Anyway, just like Ayo and Jessica, she's angling for a visit to the terrace. And we all know what happens in the terrace. His chat is non-existent, but she's lapping it up. She wants more enthusiasm, and he said he's enjoying how it's going, that with Mimi things are good, but he feels the energy is different. He's not getting the energy from her, and she basically said, you're not wrong for feeling that, and they smooch. I mean, that was always bubbling anyway. So then, Joey said he's not found a girl like Jessie in a long time. He said he's loving the pace that they're going at, and he doesn't want to risk it. Kieran maybe doesn't look too convinced in this, but I love that for Joey, and I like that Jessie had even stuck up for him yesterday also. Meanwhile, Will feels guilty as he knows Uma isn't doing this madness to him, and Diamante and Sean are still flirting, and they share a kiss as the villa watches on. Joey is gobsmacked, and if Joey's gobsmacked, it's got to be a big deal. Kieran's also shocked. But what happened to sweet, loyal Sean? What a dark horse. Sean tells Ruby she kissed Diamante, and that it was a mutual kiss and there was no initiation from anyone in particular. And Ruby feels she misread the situation. He feels like her and Ruby can still continue as they are. And she basically said it's okay. But I mean, really, what other choice does she have? She needs her ticket into the villa. Will said he's not sure if he's fully feeling Lucy. I mean, what a turnaround. But yeah, he said he knows what he wants now. And at Casa Amor, Hugo said Matilda is his type to a T. And by the way, he looks like Andrew LePage, if you remember from a couple seasons back. Separately, Jess is fuming as Matilda is talking to Hugo. She tells Nicole that Matilda's got someone waiting for her, but she's got Trey waiting for her. But yeah, Jess is basically ready to start a new feud over a boy, but that's what I said in my previous review, that she's going to start something with Matilda now. But what's your opinions? Comment below. Mimi and Uma chat, and Uma said there's no strong connections for them in this new villa, and Mimi wants to be Ayo's girlfriend, and she likes self-control in a man. Well, she's definitely picked the wrong man for that. Uma said that Will gave her sweet words, and they feel that they're in the same situation, Mimi and Uma. And Mimi said if the boys have done them dirty, then more fool them. On the socials, people are calling Mimi boring, but from my perspective, it's more that her and Ayo just don't suit each other and their personalities shine better separately. I mean, she's way more lively with Uma. Jess and Matilda chat, and she apologizes. She tells him that Hugo said he'd approach her on the outside. And Jess basically wants a competition as she asks, what do you mean? Is this pick you over me? And Jess says she's not going to kiss him again. And Matilda says she gets good vibes from him. But realistically speaking, Jess, the self-proclaimed prize, she still can't bag a man. And if she truly believes she's a prize, then she doesn't need to be concerned about the competition. Anyway, it's night time, and in the main villa, Joey is going to sleep outside. He's a changed man, and Sean the Candyman and Diamante are in bed. And elsewhere in the other villa, Jess kisses Hugo. And hold up, thought she said she's not going to kiss him again. You really can't trust this girl. She talks utter doo-doo. And then it's morning time with the squinty eyes and the sunglasses. You know how it goes. And Kieran wants Nicole back now, and Joey joins the group back in the bedroom. And Sean said he doesn't know if the grass is greener. Sean and Diamante chat. He said his head's all over the place, and he said he's a one-woman guy. He could have fooled us. He said he's juggling plates and he doesn't want to smash any one of them, but some have to be smashed. This is definitely a bit telling, but let's see what he does. And Konner and Emma go to the terrace, and we all know what happens at the terrace. He said that he's never brought anyone to the terrace, and she asks him why. Well, let me tell you, no one's been interested. Anyway, he's got some majorly cheesy lines about nails and eyelashes, and he leans in for a kiss. And that's it really. At Casa Amor, Moziah and Grace are together, and Blade is jealous. Matilda and Jess chat. She said her head is still not sure that she's not doing anything wrong, and Jess said she wouldn't do it if that was her friend getting on with a boy. Well, she would do it, and she did do it. like with poor Harriet when she said Harriet was her friend and then she chased Ronnie relentlessly. But yeah, there's a text for the two villas announcing that there will be a recoupling to decide if you're going to stay with your partner in the villa or recouple with a new partner. And everyone looks pensive. Then a preview. Maya's back. It's decision time for the Islanders. So from my point of view, Will's going to stay with Uma, Sean's going to stick with Matilda, and Ayo will recouple. Also, Joey and Jesse will stay together. But what's your opinions? What did you think of the episode? Comment below. And if you enjoyed the episode, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and catch you for the next episode.